ropes.
Yeah. All that, because
It has
it's
to go
all
into here.
because it's not like your adventure in D&D. You can't carry a whole bunch of stuff because you're a little mouse. So you have to choose wisely of what you can carry. If it fits in the gear description, then you can carry it.
And that's it. But if it starts scrolling to the side, is when you can't.
Yeah, basically, a lot of sample characters have like 3 items maximum, maybe 4 if it's like small things. If they have
That's
it
what I
like
was
in a
trying to
pouch
think.
or something like that.
Some of the sample ones and.
Yes, it's been copied.
So right now I have sword, comma, space, sling, comma, space, knife, comma. That's what I've got.
All right.
But
I have knife, sling, and rope.
is there a list of additional items we can have, or our imagination can run wild, like rope and poles and whatever?
Yeah, I mean, you could fashion mice rope and stuff like that. It's very loose, you know.
Okay.
All right, so I'm going with myself of having a sword, shield, rope, which can kind of be slung over, and a little pouch with rations and flint. Is that rations and flint probably being kind of small? Is that acceptable, Matt? Or you want me to?
Yeah, that's fine. As long as like it's tucked away somewhere, like you have a small satchel bag.
I figure a small little pouch that he'd keep on his side there, with, and the rope kind of being slung over his back there.
So I added map because I'm a good cartographer and pathfinder, so I figure that'll be helpful to the group.
I'm just adding artwork still. I love the artwork for this. It's pretty,
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's cute.
So I have a sword and shield, another sword, a rope, and a first aid kit.
All right.
Cool.
Which actually the healer should probably have the first aid kit, but
2 is not a bad idea at all.
yeah.
All right.
Ten swords.
Guard mice are self-sufficient. As a group, they're excellent survivalists, foragers, and pathfinders. They don't need a lot of gear to get by in the wild. Sometimes a useful item can come in handy and help your guard mouse overcome an obstacle in his way. Gear that's relevant to a problem aids +1d to your roll or gives benefits according to the special conflict rules described in the resolution chapter.
Yes, which I will do that.
Yeah,
when we get there.
that's fine. But I mean, one of the examples is using Boat Crafter to create boats and paddles and whatnot. So that's kind of cool.
I need
Yeah.
to close out Steam because I'm getting things are getting
Leaf
choppy.
boats.
All right. Come on.
I have a knife, sling, rope, flint in a little pouch, and then a bowl or cup or something, just like cold liquid or whatever.
Alright, here's the good thing about Wises real quick. In play, Wises are tested and advanced just like skills. Wises can be used in 3 ways. You can test to elicit information about a hidden fact from a GM. You can test to bring in a new fact about something in the game that's relevant to your Wises area. Or you can use a Wise to augment a skill test. Which, we will be doing more of the mechanics when we get to that type of stuff. And what we fight for, alright. Trying to find one thing here. Alright, Zach is gone. So I will read this part when Zach gets back. You already have your mission. You already have your gear. you are setting out. You are entering the surrounding forest, still quite away from Pebblebrook, and we will begin there as soon as Zach gets back.
How far is Pebblebrook?
3 or 4.
Quite a distance.
We looking at several days travel, or
You're looking at like a full day, couple days.
Okay.
Yeah.
About
4
5,
miles.
5.5.
No, Neophobos. The mission was given by Gwendolyn, matriarch
all
of
hail King Torg.
all of the Mouse Guard and Lockhaven.
I guess I'll take this time to look up some stuff for my other Pathfinder game.
All right. I think we're just about good to go, right? Who are we waiting on now?
Oh yeah, Zach is back. So, what I was going to say,
Sorry, gents.
to be a hero, it's not just that life is hard and duty is dangerous. We play to see if our guard mice have the necessary qualities to become heroes. These challenges test their mettle. They provide a chance for the players to prove their characters are heroes. Being a hero isn't easy in this game, though. You've got to risk life and limb, work hard, and sacrifice much. Heroes care. They want to make a difference. They want to succeed, even when all hope is lost. So,
I'm actually surprised that nobody chose to be a dick character.
you can't really be a dick character in this. Like,
Really?
I mean, because it's
you can't be like
it's
the-
teamwork based, and
Yeah, but
you wouldn't be inducted into the Mouse Guard if you were a dick character.
But I mean, like the it's
Bitter
survive.
origin,
You need to survive, or the bitter. You're an asshole, but you're doing what we need to
Okay.
do, kind of
I
thing.
get you. So here's a couple of things that you guys need to be aware of. When you come across an obstacle, and if whoever is the first to come up with a solution and shouts it out, that person has to make that check, whether they are good at it or not, because mouse guards are not cowards. The other thing is, if your guys are discussing it in a group kind of thing, the patrol leader can do it, or the patrol leader can assign someone to do it. It's very teamwork based. By the way, if you guys want to form the teams now, do so. 1 team of 3, 1 team of 2.
Why don't I take the Tender Paw under my cloak, and the 3 of you get inside together.
You know I'm useless, right? Unless I need healing,
You were brought for a reason.
because I'm awesome.
Well, wouldn't it be a smarter idea to have the healer be with the most people and the more experienced? I mean, I don't know.
No, I mean, I think for Kevin's
Thinking out
character, that
loud.
makes sense. We can either
Yeah.
have another person go with Kevin, or we can be the group of 3. So, I like what he's
All right.
talking about, though.
I just worry
Alright.
about little
He's
one
patrol.
sake.
He's patrol
Yeah.
leader.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, is it worth it to do a little introduction on who we are,
Yes,
Matt,
go
or do you
for it.
just want to
Absolutely,
go
go
into
for
it?
it. We will start from left to right. So, Max, Not Max. Bob Arcadius. Describe who your character is.
Am I talking as my character or just describing them?
Describing them.
However-
Who is your character?
Arcadius is pretty young, 15 for a Tinderpaw. Extremely nervous, anxious at times. Doesn't exactly have the most self-confidence, and in training has always been the one that gets the crap kicked out of them by their mentor because they refuse to swing a sword even in practice.
Alright.
Any special beliefs or things like that? You had talked about the science. Anything else, instinct-wise, or something like that?
It's naturally, clever. Tries to take care of people first and foremost, even at personal sacrifice. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Alright. Briar, you are patrol leader. Definitely showing his years. Anything that's been accelerated just by his times on the road, but does have a reputation through the Mouse Guard somewhat of his dedication to bringing everyone home. That's one of his most important things, is making sure and protecting the safety of everyone. You will notice that he does have an eye patch over his left eye, though none of you would probably know the reasoning or the story behind it, just that he has it. He's known to be a bit of a dick at times in terms of not pulling rank to get anything, unethical, so to speak, but pulling rank of you will listen to me when I tell you to. I've been through this and you haven't. And that's a little bit of Briar.
A little bit of Adine. She's fairly young, probably around 21, 22. She's very resourceful, an excellent survivalist, and grew up kind of following her brother, Oliver. And then when he went off to join the Mouse Guard, she kind of was alone and just fended for herself.
So Jonathan is he's not really. Sorry, I'm trying to gather my words.
No pressure.
Good to go, man.
He doesn't like the people who are cocky. He doesn't like people who are cocky, but his trying to protect everybody sometimes comes off as though that which he doesn't like. And he's mainly trying to keep the newer guardsmen in check.
Okay.
Cool. Oliver is he's seasoned to an extent. I mean, he's done some stuff in the field. People know that he's pretty good at fighting. He's concerned now that his sister has just joined the guard, and he's going to be keeping a very close eye on her. And he's happy that she's now in his squad. He's more comfortable out in the field and in the forest than he is in the actual city. And it's not that he doesn't like people. It's just that he was meant to be outside, roaming and finding his way. So he's definitely going to be protecting the rest of the squad mates, but he has his eye definitely on Adine. So.
We lost our DM.
Yeah, he's probably have to pee or something.
Yeah, probably. What are your guys' specialties in terms of
Mine's a
Things you're best-
survivalist.
survivalist,
I'm
Healing
a
and
fighter.
fighter? Bob, you were medicines and healing,
Medicine and science.
and Zach, you were cartography and just general outdoors.
Specifically Pathfinder, and then cartography kind of, but Pathfinder, fighter, and weather watcher are my highest ranks.
Deal. So we assembled a pretty strong group here.
I think so.
Think we're good to go.
So yeah.
I'm also decent at boat making.
So the teams, it's just since it's your first time, it's best to have equal split teams, like one person that can really fight on one team and one person that can also fight on the other team, and everyone's kind of diverse, so they're one person's weaknesses are another person's strengths, and vice versa. So is this the team layout that you guys would wish to proceed with?
I think it makes sense.
Okay.
If we're all good with it.
Yeah.
So there is one more thing. Once no weasels is one of the rules, is one of the mechanics. Once I set an obstacle for a task, the players may not cast about for another, easier way to accomplish what they're after. I may, however, suggest an alternate method with an alternate obstacle and alternate conditions. I may also accept suggestions from the players, but once the obstacle for the main task and the alternate are laid out, the players must take the test. Now this next part I kind of went over earlier, but is who makes the test. The player to volunteer first or think of the plan to overcome the obstacle must make the roll. It doesn't matter if he has the lowest ability in the group or doesn't even have the right skill. He stepped up to the plate and he has to take the swing. Table chatter discussions. If the group comes up with a plan to overcome an obstacle and I approve it, the patrol leader may delegate who tackles which part of the obstacle. That's the part where I said, instead of just one person comes up with the idea for how to overcome this obstacle, if the group does it, then the patrol leader can delegate certain parts to certain people. So, an example of that is Kenzie, Liam, and Saxon can't find their quarry. Their players can stop for a moment and discuss a plan. Liam's a good scout. He should try to find this mouse. And so Liam, I would say, finding the mouse requires a scout test, and then the person who has scout would do their thing. The next part is describe your action. These are the basic, for those that are just joining, these are the basic mechanics of the game. Describe your action. This is what it's all about. This is not D&D where you have a character that you move physically. This is all up here, and through words of expression, you're moving the character. So once the obstacle has been set by myself, the player who's going to make the test describes his character's actions. How is he going to overcome the test? For example, after the plan has been agreed upon in character, Saxon says to Kenzie, "We should be pressing on." Kenzie says, "I agree, but perhaps a view will tell us where to press, eh?" Liam's player says, "I climb a nearby tree to get a better vantage point," and then he rolls his dice to scout to make his test. There's two types of tests, independent and versus. So basically, we will get to that when we need to. But versus tests are basically fighting, racing, convincing, pushing, or competing with another character. Independent tests would be like your scout or your pathfinder. Since this game is based on D6s, a 4 or better is a success, and a 1 to 3 is a failure. Alright. There's much more much more things than that. But we will get to that when we cross that road. So you're entering the forest on your way to Pebblebrook. Patrol leader,
Yes, sir.
what do you wish to do?
So making our way to Pebblebrook. First things first, I guess, in our grouping, if we can make sure that we've got a strong cartography going on right now. I do want to have this area mapped out the best we can right now, at least where our progress has been and what we're looking for. Survivalist-wise, making sure we're keeping look for any types of tracks or anything like that of our missing comrades. And sorry, I would hope to know your name somewhat, and it's why don't we just keep advancing forward cautiously, staying as much as a unit. If you feel the need to investigate or anything like that, let's give a call out. But right now, let's try and stick together the best we can.
With that said, we're in a forest, and I have the predator wise. So should I know any specifics on what we should be looking out for around here?
It is the middle of fall. Make a obstacle 1 or OB1 check, which means you would roll your that wise, whatever number it says right there. You would then roll that many dice, and if you get at least one success, I will tell you.
Okay, so just the amount of it's just like 1d6 plus however many ranks I have in there.
It's
or is it?
It's
or is the rating is how many dice I roll?
The rating is how many dice you roll.
Okay. Oh, great.
Get it out of the way. You're getting it out of the way.
I also have Owl Wise, so if I should make a check for that as well.
You can, yes indeed.
You should have at least 2 though, too.
Yeah, you should have at least 2.
Every wise should have 2.
At least. Because
every
wise
should have.
Because you added 1 to all your skills and wises at the end of picking.
Oh, right. Right, so that 1d6 should have been a 2d6.
Roll another d6. 1 more for it. Alright, still a fail.
Okay.
Your Jonathan, your character is scouting out the area, trying to remember what type of predators are in this area. But it can't seem to find any tracks at the moment.
Is that something maybe a master survivalist could also check for?
Survivalist could check for tracks nearby, absolutely.
Okay.
So, should I also roll a Owl Wise?
Yes, if you'd wish to look for owls to see if they're in the area.
Alright.
I do have music going on, by the way, in the background. I can change it if you would wish. Oh, 2 successes there, Jonathan. There are no owls, thank goodness for that. As mice cannot kill category. There's a hierarchy, a food pyramid, if you will, of the world. And mice, a small band of mice cannot. Oh, nice.
Holy shit.
Very nice, Nadine. 5 mice cannot kill 1 owl. I believe it takes the equivalent of like 100 mice to kill an owl or something like that.
Oh shit.
Jesus.
They're the dragons of this game.
That's a metagame.
Oh.
In the book, it takes 2.
Like a wolf takes like an army of 2,000
Takes
mice,
two to make a thing
Holy
go right.
shit.
and there are massive battles in this game.
You're supposed to
If
finish it, Mark.
it's in that scenario, but we're not playing one of those because we are all extremely new on this. Actually, for the
Yeah.
viewers out there and for you guys, I will actually show you the hierarchy chart. It's pretty cool.
What's that noise?
go right. Nobody, really? Nobody right now? You said
Nobody.
it takes 2.
Sorry, I couldn't hear you over the static.
God damn it. Alright, fine, let's be serious because we're playing mouse guard. Can't giggle. No
You can giggle
giggles.
here and there, but
Tee hee 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 hee.
all right.
So you're telling me I should have drank my beer at 11 a.m. instead of
Yes,
8 o'clock?
exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's
Nope.
what we should have done. All right. Copy. Paste it here. Oh, that's a baby. We don't want that baby. I just accidentally pasted a baby from. Is there static going on? I don't hear it. I heard it earlier.
Yeah. I was hearing static on your end.
I was hearing static earlier, but I don't hear it anymore.
I'm just barely hearing it, but it's not showing up on anyone's microphone.
It comes and goes. Google Plus actually has a weird thing about that. I don't understand why. It just seems to do it from time to time. Here is the hierarchy chart. Come on, load up. Just so you viewers out there can see what the mice are up against. Actually load it up here. Come on, well, it's still uploading. Alright, where did it go? Okay, it needs to be bigger. Let me enhance this.
Oh,
As you can
Okay.
see, a mouse is right here. A mouse can only kill things one step above or all below. So as you see, owls are two steps up. So mice cannot kill without significant numbers a skunk, beaver, hare, whistle pig, porcupine, or owl.
Jesus. So then the black bear and moose would be in the billions.
It'd be really hard to do, but then again, why would a black bear and a moose try to eat mice?
we're
but
gonna
they
strike
could be-
first.
Oh,
They
Right,
could
the
be
bears.
like walking over our civilization like unknowingly or something like that.
that's true, they could. But back to the main points. Mark, or Adine, sorry. Adine, you were looking for tracks, correct?
Or just any signs.
Alright, you do not find any current signs of any tracks other than mice coming to and fro from where you're going.
So if I've got the map, how far away is Pebblebrook, do you think? How far of
A couple days.
couple days? So, I mean, there's got to be a pretty organized path to take, like a mouse road, if you will.
Yes,
Um,
there is a main road.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
so I'd say we should probably just start off on that. I
Let's
mean, we
stick to
could
the
keep to the woods too if we want, but I mean, the road for a little bit until maybe we can pick up a trap.
Alright, let me answer a question from Shinovik Kitsune, whatever. No, they are not the only intelligent creatures. Mice are constantly at war with weasels, who often invade towns and spy on mice civilizations. While not all the animals listed are... I'm not kidding. While mice are not the only intelligent species. That doesn't mean every single species on this list has civilization. But yeah, so that
Or
is-
actually even needs a
yeah,
civilization.
like what's a bear need of civilization?
Most animals are intelligent enough to be able to communicate, though. It may be in a different language, so to speak, but mice can eventually learn how to speak with ravens or rabbits or wolves.
All right, later, Spillsbury. Thanks for watching.
Why don't How far out of the town are we at this point? I mean, I'm thinking we're kind of just going at a standard pace of leaving early in the morning, and keeping our checks and everything like that. Are we getting to evening-ish and still no signs of anything really, or do you want us to go that fast?
You
I'm just
get
not sure the
into
pacing.
evening-ish, and
I'm just-
you do, in fact, come across something. You notice an abandoned farmhouse. Kind of hard to see, but through everyone's perseverance and mouse-like nature, you find the farmhouse hidden through the falling leaves of fall.
So the
It's
question
about nighttime,
is,
right?
What's that?
It's getting to be late.
It's the sun is setting. Yes.
that'd probably be a good shelter.
I think the question is, do we want to enter the farmhouse, or do we want to just keep on the path that we're on? Because
Well,
it's not really our objective right now.
well, I mean, who knows what happened though? I mean, those mice could be there. They could have left the path and gone there. We should check for tracks. But I'm wondering how the weather is doing. Do we need to actually go to the farmhouse to get out of a potential storm, or is the weather good?
Go to the farmhouse either way, just so that we have shelter.
Yeah.
Then we
Yeah.
can hit in the morning.
How cold are we getting at night? I mean, is this something that
It is
cold?
kind of crispy. The air is kind of crispy, but mice with your cloaks and your fur and huddled together should fare just fine.
Not as bad as those fleshy humans.
So Nightwise, I just rolled Nightwise. Would this be a safe place to rest, or would it not be advisable?
Along the road in the
We have to go
open
check it out.
would probably be a bad idea because of owls.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of thinking. So, yeah, if you want, Briar, we can head to the farmhouse.
Yeah, that sounds. Let's keep our eyes peeled. Let's keep watching the ground for any types of tracks. If we get an idea of what frequents this area, and we'll see what we can discover in the farmhouse itself.
How's the weather, Matt? Weather's good.
The weather is a crispy fall, but nothing too bad
Okay.
at all, actually. All right.
How old are the most recent tracks that are kind of around there,
Let's see.
like leading off to the farmhouse?
Um, leading out. Well, as you move towards the house, its front doors are actually thrown open. There's also a barn off to one side as well. So, which way do you wish to proceed to?
Should we make another check to see if there's any animals around here?
We roll.
You haven't really been able to find much outside of the house. And outside
But there's no tracks or anything leading around it.
Not that you can find.
I'm pretty sure it's safe for you guys, because I'm pretty good at finding this sort of stuff.
So I wanted to take a look at my Lockhaven Wise. Is this something that'd be close enough to Lockhaven that I would recognize, or is this
Not really.
Good call.
It is actually just seems to be a mouse that decided not to live in civilization, and They do trade, it seems, with Lockhaven because it does look like a farmhouse, and he probably has some crops going somewhere.
Hmm.
All right. Well, let's see if we can introduce ourselves and at least have some shelter for tonight,
Hmm.
if
Okay.
anyone's home.
I'm gonna ready my sling so that way we get. If I do see movement, I got to drop on them from a distance.
So are both teams moving toward the house? As
I don't
one
see why
patrol?
not.
Okay.
I mean, I guess I don't know if Kevin's leading the
Power
other one,
and numbers.
yeah, I guess I'd think that we would be following as well. And I'm mapping everything out as we go along too.
It's ultimately.
I mean,
up
I
to
don't-
the patrol
I don't want
leader.
us.
What do you wish them to
I
do?
don't want us to just enter the house because
No, we won't.
that would be.
Well, I mean, there is a Pathfinder. I'll roll Pathfinder and find us a sneaky way in.
We don't
No,
not necessarily
we-
need to sneak yet. I mean, does this look clearly overgrown and abandoned, Matt, or is this?
It does not. Yes, it looks like it's been abandoned for at least a season.
Did you guys realize that abandoned farmhouses are where like cats are and like other types of rodents? We could have enemies. So the sneakier we go in, the better
This
off
is a
we are.
mouse-sized farmhouse.
Yeah,
not
this is
like
a mouse
human size.
Oh, it's not human size? Oh,
There are, yeah, no, none of that.
None
There-
of the
there
houses
aren't
are.
humans.
oh, there's
in
no
this.
humans.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, never mind.
This is
Right,
a
right.
mouse-sized farmhouse.
How the fuck size is a farmhouse for mice?
Think of like a
Same
dollhouse, okay?
Yeah, pretty
Okay.
much.
Could
Yeah.
fit in there, but it would be uncomfortable.
So let's
Interesting.
approach the front door and give a knock.
So you're moving your patrol all the way to the farmhouse?
Let's keeping active watches and keeping active looks, but
Yeah.
it's starting to get dark out, and
Good.
I really don't want us out. If we can avoid it.
Should we make like survivalist checks to make sure we're not running into anything while we're heading over,
Well,
or
on the way there, you actually see the front doors are thrown open, and getting a better look, you actually see
Oh, shit.
goods are scattered in front of the house.
Can we see
Like
if there's
as we're
anything?
walking up, they get thrown open, or are they?
No,
been open?
as you're
No.
walking up, you
No,
notice
this
that
place
they're
has been-
thrown open.
this place has been ransacked?
All right, can we salvage? What kind of goods? Is there anything useful, or should we just skip it and go inside?
Well, before we do that, we should probably look for any signs of life. See if these people, whoever lived here, may still be around.
We could have one patrol search for life and have another patrol search the goods for neighbors.
Because we haven't explored the barn yet. We're just looking at the house.
Man, I'm getting fucked up. I can't stop thinking about a human barn and a human house.
You gotta think mice.
I'm trying to. I want to sneak. What the hell can I sneak into then? Anyway.
Same thing you could as a barn. I mean, just think of yourself human-sized.
Yeah, just think of all this is human, and you're a human.
Okay.
Just basically think of it like that if you need
Well, then-
to.
I mean, if we're looking for signs of life. Okay. All right. Just a second.
Explain what your character is going to be doing in character.
I am from outside. I'm analyzing to see if going through those front doors is the only realistic way to get in there.
Right.
What other choices do I have?
You see Oliver contemplating this with his little tiny hand stroking his little furry chin.
With my long tail, just kind of.
Oh, you have a
Oliver,
long
why don't
tail.
you climb
chose
the
long.
tree? Why don't you get a little bit of an aerial view on it and see if we can't see anything better from there while we still have some light?
I'll climb up there and check it.
4 is my scout.
So you should succeed, right?
Yes, that is
I probably should have invested in scout.
you go up there and you notice something.
Okay.
Actually, what skills do you have, Oliver?
Fighter, hunter, pathfinder, survivalist, weather watcher, cartographer, archivist. Archivalist, I guess, technically.
Roll. No, you're good. You roll your scout. You can see the barn slightly. Also, the house, the second level of the house, is exposed to the sky, as if something has ripped part of the house away. Perhaps a further investigation of the house could be in order to find out, but also you see
Can I use
you notice
Weather Watch?
you see a mouse go back into the barn.
Did it have a cape?
It did not.
Can I use Weather Watch to determine if it was like a tornado or something like that took the roof away?
Tornado wouldn't exactly.
Oh, it's a little mouse house. Damn it! Damn it! Damn it! Damn it!
That's a small ass tornado.
God damn it! All right. Okay, I climb back down the tree, scurrying with my really long tail kind of straightened out behind me and providing me with some balance as I scurry down the tree. And I head over to them and I let them know, hey, I just saw a mouse. It didn't look like it had a cape, but it just ran into the barn. Maybe we should go check that out.
I agree.
Tell them what else you saw?
Yeah.
The roof is freaking gone. It is like, I have no idea. It's like somebody just came along and plucked it off the top of it.
Do you think a tornado might have done it?
So
It was I don't think it was a little mouse-sized tornado. Nope, I don't think so.
we know for sure that there's no owls around here, but
Yet.
that doesn't mean there's
there
isn't other.
Sure.
Well,
I'm not
everybody,
sure how much
there's no. I'm pretty sure there's no owls around here, but we don't know if there's any other
Hawks.
flyers, if you will.
All right, let's approach this carefully. We should see if this little mouse knows anything. And Matt, in
Maybe
this
we
universe, the Mouse Guard is generally not really seen as oppressive or dictated. I mean, they're servants of the people, so to speak,
Okay.
or how?
The Mouse Guard in this world. Basically, a little bit of history, real quick, is that Gwendolyn, the matriarch, currently, they want to preserve mouse kind. They are not the overall rulers of mouse kind, but they act like they are. They let other mouse towns thrive as they will. Most towns do recognize Lockhaven as its capital and Mouse Guard as overall supreme law officers, right? But that doesn't mean I've lost my train of thought here.
Doesn't mean everyone's necessarily friendly to the
Correct.
Mouse Guard. They're not universally seen as the great benevolent, but they're knights of royalty type.
Some towns may be like, well, I don't like the Mouse Guard. I like our own police force. And other towns could be bandit towns that kind of run the black market of the Mouse Kingdom. So, but
For the most
basically-
part, the guard mice are generally accepted and welcomed into town, although they may not have their same powers.
Yes, exactly.
Like in some towns they're the law, in other towns they're just a welcome guest.
And there are exceptions to every rule, of course. Like there are bandits and stuff like that. So
Let's go. Head to the barn.
Let's move to the barn.
We squeak. Are you okay? Do you need help?
I'll ask this several times just to make sure. But the both teams are going as a patrol to the barn.
Yeah.
I think we're sticking together for the foreseeable future until I think we might split up if there's an enemy so we can be more tactical. But while we're exploring, I think we should stay as a group.
Oh, and you also saw mouse blood on the second floor.
Oh shit,
Oliver.
Okay, I'm a little freaked out then. Well, I'm not too freaked out.
Are
but
you
just
man or mouse?
I'm
Squeak
not
up.
happy. Squeak up. Well, I let them know that it looks like there's some mouse casualties on the second floor.
Was there enough blood to be a casualty, or is it just enough to...
Yeah, what did
Somebody
I
got
see?
hurt when the roof got
It-
ripped
that-
off, but made it.
Does it look like just a little cut, or does it look like a severe limb, like bone is
Well,
sticking
there's,
out?
it was just a blood volume amount. It wasn't an actual body.
Yeah,
You would have
that-
to actually
that-
investigate.
You know,
to
you know
find
what I
out.
mean.
Okay.
though.
Let's just go to the barn. Let's do this. Step.
All right. Patrol leader.
Yeah, leader. What do you think?
He went into the barn.
I haven't. No.
No, I'm
I've-
talking that little mouse that you saw ran
Yes.
into the barn.
He had no cape. He went
Well-
into the barn.
We'll head up to the barn. My name is Briar, patrol leader of the Mouse Guard. Please identify yourself. Are you injured?
Okay, you are heading towards the barn, kind of announcing yourself, correct?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Should have surrounded
You
the
hear-
barn first.
You hear frantic movement, and 3 mice bust out of the doors carrying goods. Some goods spill out,
Ah,
and they
thieves.
start running away.
That's why it was ransacked.
Oliver, you got that sling ready, right?
So,
Yeah, I did have my sling ready.
chase conflict, actually.
What does that mean? What?
This is our first conflict.
Oh, okay.
It is a chase conflict. So now we will go over the joy of everyone playing this for the first time is explaining the mechanics as we get to them. Now, I can find no obstacles, but conflicts.
I'm gonna take out one of their little mouse feet.
Take out their knees.
Yep.
1 second here. Conflict.
I want none of them dead.
Of course not.
That's why I'm aiming for the feet, boss.
Just severely wounded. That's all.
It'll grow back. It'll be fine.
It's just a flesh wound.
Okay, so there are 3 things in the GM's turn. There are obstacles, there are conflicts, and there are twists. Obstacles are small things, basic things in your path. Okay, this is a conflict. Conflicts are much more important things. Okay, so I'm the only one that can start. In my turn, I can be the only one to start a conflict. So, decide the type of conflict. It is a chase conflict. Determine participants and teams, which we have already done. State short-term goal on your team's sheet. There are 2 different teams. One team has 1 goal, the other team has a different goal.
So
The
first off, I'm sorry. Should we have like different team leaders? Because
there are different team leaders, and usually goes to the most seniority.
Yeah, Max,
Okay.
you're the team leader for our team because you're the
Alright.
patrol guard.
yeah. So,
Okay. So, in chase conflicts, when trying to catch or follow another mouse or an animal, you can use a chase conflict. In chases, we describe our actions in terms of running, hiding, ducking, and doubling back. Okay. Let's see. Participants. Okay. So next is roll for your starting disposition. Okay, I gotta get back to this. Okay, Chase. It's actually on your second page of your character sheet. Skills by conflict/action. Conflict type. Oh, wrong one. It's on the top right. Conflict type, chase. Test skill is scout. So you would roll your scout and then add it to your nature.
Uh,
I don't remember going over nature.
We never
didn't
determined
go
their
over
nature.
nature.
Okay.
Oh,
Well,
we don't have nature. That's right. No.
yikes. Okay, well, back to character creation for this.
Start over.
Starting over, guys.
we're only revisiting it, so
Yeah, we're
Whatever.
revisiting.
Wah, wah, wah.
tutorials ain't nothing big.
Actually,
Except
I need
in this game.
if someone wants to look up nature on Google or something. Well, I'll be right back.
Yeah, sure.
Nature stands for the mouse's natural qualities and tendencies. It represents what he was born to do and what helps him to survive in a wild and cruel world. The nature ability is unique among all the other abilities. While it has a rating like other abilities and skills, it also notes the animal to which it belongs.
We answered these questions.
Yeah.
Clear for descriptions.
So
Okay,
we have to go back to what we did, how we answered those questions earlier. So it starts at 3.
All right.
So it's out of set. I don't know why there's a slash there, but
Yeah.
Because there's like a maximum of I can't remember. Let me see.
7?
7. I can't remember if it
So-
starts out at 7 out of 7 or not.
No, it starts at 3, and then based on those questions you asked at the very beginning, to remind you guys, saving for winter, even if it means forgoing something, if you said yes, if you save for winter, increase your nature by 1. So you'd be at 4. When confronted, do you stand your ground and fight, or do you hide? That would be a if you run and hide, increase your nature by 1.
Increase it?
Increase it by 1.
Also, the higher your nature is, you become too mouse-like. You are too cautious. You are too feral to do anything. You can use your nature in certain checks, like fighting something. You could use your nature to add your dice pool. That's one way you could do it. But anyways, continue
So it
on.
looks like
And the owls, and if you fear the owls and such, then that's you decrease it by 1.
no. There are no decreases for it.
Oh,
So, do you fear owls, weasels,
no,
and
you
wolves?
increase it by 1.
If you fear them, increase by 1. Do you stand your ground? If you run, increase your nature. Do you save for winter? If you save for winter, increase your nature by 1.
Okay.
Otherwise, it
So
remains-
those beginning questions were the nature.
yeah. So I think we're good now. Matt.
Alright. I just need to, I just want to go back and revisit this real quick. Yeah,
Thank you.
tapping your nature. Okay. We need to go over nature real quick. It's one of the mechanics.
I don't know about you guys, but people are going turning into robots for me.
Robots?
You're lagging a bit. Yeah, you're lagging.
Yeah, you're lagging.
Talking about the voice chat.
Yeah, it happens when your connection kind of sucks. Sometimes. No offense.
It's fixed now, I think,
Okay.
but it was like I couldn't understand what you were saying for a second there.
Okay, I'm gonna go over nature. You may tap into your character's nature to perform a heroic act by spending a persona point. You may add your nature ability rating to your ability or skill test. So basically, if you're fighting a snake or something and you have to succeed, you would spend a persona point and get your nature in dice. By the way, if the test is failed, whether if it's against nature, nature is taxed by margin of failure, and that's pretty much all there is to do about that for now. I will need to bookmark this page so I can come back to it. All right, where were we? Oh yes, the disposition, right?
Right.
Okay. So, basically, since alright, this is weird. This is where it gets kind of hard for me. But basically, since you are on separate teams, your teammate can give you 1 extra dice to roll in this disposition.
Mm-hmm. Now you said roll our scout, right?
Yes. Roll your scout.
I don't have anything in scout.
It's just a 1d6 then. You don't get an extra dice.
Okay.
It's 1d6 plus 2 more because of Mark and Zach.
Oh.
It goes
nice.
with his nature base, doesn't it?
Yeah, you add it to your nature base after, like how many successes
so it'd be
you have.
Like 3d6 plus
On.
4 or whatever, right?
Basically, if you roll 3d6 and you got all 3 successes, you would add 3 plus your nature.
So it's an extra d6 for each teammate I have.
Yes.
Awesome. So plus our nature. Okay. I think that's right, but
You have.
my nature is 4.
All right. Well, Ed, it's actually 7. Your disposition is 7.
Oh. So the disposition is 7.
Why 7?
Because he had 4 successes.
3 successes.
Oh, sorry, 3 successes plus his nature
Oh,
is 4.
I gotcha. So each one of those dice rolls is 1. Gotcha. Okay. Makes sense.
Oh, okay. So then it's just 18 plus 3.
Yeah,
No,
so you're
it's 7. That's
you've
your
got
disposition.
your chance of success is a 7. Because you
Okay.
rolled a 4, 4, and a 6, those will total up to 3. So if you rolled like 3, 4, 6, that would be a 2. It's all based on your chance of succeeding, so to speak.
Mhm.
Plus 4 for your nature would be your 7. So
Oh, okay.
Man, if we're all together, 5d6.
Well,
oh, we could take
No,
down owls.
you're not all together because
I know,
you're 2
I
separate
know.
teams with
I
2
know.
separate goals.
yes.
So I've succeeded. Okay. Okay.
So
I see.
each team needs to write their own goal. The goal,
This is a team goal now.
yes, team goal
Yes.
is in the conflict goal on the 2nd page. That's where you write this goal.
All right.
This is where it starts getting like a little bit more in depth. I haven't looked at viewers.
All right, gents, take them in alive.
Sorry if
This
it's
is a-
going so slow.
Do we want to do that as a conflict goal? Take them in alive, or at least get one of them. All we really need is one to question.
We need to capture at least one of them.
Capture at least one. All right, that can be our goal. Is that good,
Good
Matt?
devil's advocate.
Don't tell
Oh,
me.
sure.
Don't tell me your goal. Sorry.
Oh,
Let me.
well, then how are we supposed to tell each other?
Hold on one second.
We all have to be on the same
Hold
page.
on.
So
Just a second.
Just mute him.
He'd still hear me.
Hold on. I could take out my headphones, but just give me 1 second here. Trying to find.
Cheers.
That's a little bit too. I think we turn that down a little bit.
I
Just so
can't
you guys
hear
know, do not confuse this with the overarching mission goal. This is a separate goal that is done for obstacles and conflicts.
All right.